So we've done the best of 2024, and now the most fun part.
This is the most fun?
Most fun part, because I had so many more movies to choose from in the worst category than the best category of the year. Now, do we put this as like the worst movie or the most unenjoyable movie for us?
I think it has to be the most disappointing movie.
Okay.
Because that's the opposite of enjoyment, right?
That's right.
Disappointment.
All right. So we are going to talk about our most disappointing movies of 2024. And the list was long, but we narrowed it down to 5 each.
Right.
Mark, lead us off with your, not worst, but your 5th worst of the year.
My number 5, and you guys are going to disagree because one of you at least had it on your best, is Twisters.
Yep. I completely disagree.
So, I mean, it was an okay movie, but it was a clone of the first movie. I was disappointed by that. I wanted to see something new.
Like a Twister in space? What did you want from a Twister?
It was the entire. Okay, well, we have all these, sensor radar things that we're gonna throw up into the Twister. Like, it's the exact same movie with the exact same plot. So
I think it was a remake.
It was a sequel, and I was disappointed by it.
Okay, what's your number 5?
My number 5 was Civil War. And it was kind of a good movie.
Just not what they advertised at all.
No, because they tried to capitalize on all the political division, and so we think, oh wow, they're making a movie about the right against the left. And I want to see what they're going to say about this, because that's controversial. And it's just about journalists in wartime.
Yeah.
So disappointing.
And like, seemed like a very small budget.
It was a road trip.
Yeah, that's all. Like, spending all the time in a van. We got to kill off some characters. Let's have them randomly meet somebody along the road and then kill that person off, right? Instead of the main characters. Like, yeah.
Let's have them meet not Matt Damon.
Yeah. Boy, I still think he looked like Matt Damon. Still to this day. I have down If. Ryan Reynolds. And it hurts me to put Ryan Reynolds on my list because I like him so much, but
I'll admit that was a disappointing.
It was so, like, for a family cartoony movie with anything you can create. It's your imagination and you can create these characters. They were the most mundane, boring, stereotype characters you could possibly have created.
I didn't see it. I'm glad.
It was bad. It was just boring. Boring.
It wasn't.
There was no excitement in that movie.
Yeah, like, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't.
Kids were bored.
Yeah.
And it was a kids movie.
Yeah.
Like,
they dealt with a lot of really heavy issues in the movie that is not, like, kid stuff.
And also,
like terminal illness and stuff like that.
And also, like, your characters just forgot about it the next scene. And are happy-go-lucky singing songs. And it's, like, just dumb. It was bad. Bad.
So, yeah. Could have been better.
Okay. Next.
Right. Did you say one?
I did Civil War.
Right. Yeah, okay. So, number 4 on my list is Madam Web. Not what I was expecting.
What were you expecting?
I was expecting better. Is the word.
I was not.
I thought what Madam Web was going to be was somebody that could see, a certain length of time into the future, which was what was kind of happening, and she would go back as many times as need be to get it perfect, right? And I thought that was what her superpower was.
Like a Groundhog Day-ish thing?
Kind of, but like in short bursts.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think anybody liked that movie.
Did you have it on your list?
I did not put it on my list because I didn't expect it to be good, so I wasn't disappointed.
See, I have it as number 1. Not only was I disappointed, I thought it was an atrociously filmed movie. Like, they dubbed over the villains' voices and left it in as if this was a good idea.
Well, they did the same for Star Wars. Darth Vader.
And all
except
those ninja
he has a
movies.
mask. This guy they just made him talk from the back of his head.
Right, all the ninja movies from the 80s, they did all that.
They have these guys in the forest for some reason, hopping around on trees. They have two of the hottest upcoming actresses in the business today coming out, and they did nothing with them. They put one of them in a schoolgirl outfit but like the whole story was just bad from start to finish. There was no connection. There was no nothing. They didn't make a superhero movie. It's a story about superheroes that have all these powers, and none of them had any powers in this movie. It was dumb. Dumb.
Okay.
Number 1 on my list.
So number 4 on my list is Bob Marley.
Okay.
So, okay.
I mean, he's just living his life.
Yeah, but it's not the part of the life we wanted to see.
That's true.
All the good stuff that we know him for and want to see the epicness of, they cut that out and did all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Like, okay, the music was great. He probably did a great Bob Marley. I don't know. I could barely understand him most of the time.
Then yes, he did.
But I had a Jamaican coworker, and he loved that movie. Thought it was awesome. So maybe it's just a cultural disconnect, but I thought it was very
Did
disappointing.
he love it because it's Bob Marley? And that's it. Like, he knows Bob Marley. He's a hero in Jamaica, right? Mm-hmm. He's everywhere. When you go to Jamaica, he's everywhere.
It could be.
You know?
But for me, it's not what I wanted to see.
Okay.
No, I wanted to see the Bob Marley story. Not the Bob Marley drug addiction and the Bob Marley behind the scenes. And I wanted to see him become Bob Marley.
Mm-hmm. Why is he so important kind of thing, yeah.
Number 2. Joker 2. I finally saw it on the plane. Oh my God, what did they think? What were they thinking?
Okay, so step by step, what were like the 3 things that were super dumb?
First of all, the ending when he's no longer the Joker. That was a
Joker's
brilliant
not the Joker.
idea, right? The whole musical part is a dumb idea to begin with. The whole songs and everything, like they just changed the entire story from the first one, and it made it non-existent. Basically, I'm going to subvert your expectations and make this a bad film. That was what he thought he was going to do.
Now, I did like Lady Gaga in it. I didn't mind that it was going to be a musical, but the songs were not interesting.
No, nothing was interesting in this movie. And he was trying to act his butt off in this movie. It did not help.
I think everybody did good acting.
But it did not help.
Yeah, the story.
But the story is what failed the movie.
The story was
The
atrocious.
whole premise idea was bad. And by the way, it bombed in the box office. Bombed.
So that was my number 2 worst movie of the year. Yeah.
That's my number. Yeah.
Is that a new tripod?
Nope.
Squirrel.
Yeah.
I just don't remember the.
Is this a segue? Are we doing tech talk now? Is that what we're doing next?
Anyway,
Okay,
What do you
so
got next?
you're doing your number 3 now.
Axel F.
Okay, streaming movie.
Thought you enjoyed that.
I did enjoy it, but
I hated it.
but I enjoyed it for just the nostalgic reasons, right? And so after you have time to like sleep on it and digest, he's a senior, and he's not the same he doesn't have the same spunk, right?
Along with his co-stars too.
Yeah,
Definitely his co-stars.
right. And so they all look like they're dying.
About to die, yeah.
Yeah, and it just doesn't have the same.
And his very superficial relationship with his daughter.
Yeah,
Just like, why even make it?
Yeah.
Just so you could bring the music back?
Nope, money.
yeah.
Oh,
And he
but the
didn't
money,
do the
money.
iconic laugh or any, it wasn't Axel Foley.
Okay.
So
That's good. I didn't put it here because I didn't expect it to be good anyway.
Neither did I.
My number 3 is Beetle Juice. Beetle Juice.
Oh.
I thought that was the worst written movie in the history of worst written movies. Like, what was that about? It's about people being gloomy and storylines littered everywhere that just you
it's
don't care
already
about.
forgotten about, like where the original Beetlejuice sort of captured everyone. Beetle Juice 2 has already been forgotten.
And even Michael Keaton's Beetle Juice in the first one, he had an edge to him. In this one, there was nothing interesting about him. Nothing good or new or that captured the essence of the original.
And the song, you know how they have the song that he was controlling everybody. I can't believe they used that song.
Yeah. Like the first song was fun.
Yeah.
This one was slow and melancholy.
And long.
They did the lip sync at the end that took about 18 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was bad.
So, didn't enjoy that.
Yeah, that was terrible. Okay. You're number 3.
Have you, did either of you see Night Swim?
What?
Night Swim.
No? Isn't that a channel or something?
No, it's all about a haunted pool.
Oh, I saw the
I watched
previews.
it on the plane, and I said, "Oh, I'm so glad I didn't see this in theater, because it is so bad.
Night Swim.
Like it possesses the father.
What does the pool?
Yeah, it starts rejuvenating him, but at a cost of other people's lives. But
fair.
the easy way to solve everything is just not go in the pool.
But if you don't know that it's haunted,
But they knew." They figured it out. It was just dumb.
Oh, I hate that haunted pool. It's going to kill us. Want to go for a swim?
Let's go at night. That's a good idea. Yeah, dumb movie. It was so bad. It was based on a 5-minute short that they stretched into a full-length movie. Let you know just how thin the plot was.
gotcha. Okay.
Next.
Next, I have Craven the Hunter.
Haven't seen it.
I avoided that.
Did you see it?
I saw it. Not good. Pass.
I was mildly curious when I saw the first, and then they postponed it a year and a half, and I went, uh-oh.
But what was bad about it?
It just wasn't good. Like, it wasn't entertaining. I was falling asleep.
Okay, so did you not like it because you were tired and you were not into it? Or was it a bad movie?
No, I was awake going into it. It put me to sleep. So it was just...
I did hear it starts off with like...
It was draggy.
He's hunting somebody down and everything. You see this big escape in a prison. And then they do a 30-minute flashback to when he was a kid. Like, they basically stop the movie and then, let's tell you a little story.
Yeah, it was a draggy movie.
Like
it was
weird,
disconnected. It was...
weirdly done. I hear that. I will probably see it at some point here in the near future, but...
Okay. Anybody? Oh, I have my number 1 bad movie.
I have one still down there on my list. What do you got for your number 1?
I think it's the same.
I don't know, maybe.
Wolves.
No!
Oh.
I have another one.
Okay, Wolves had Clooney and Brad Pitt. And you know they're going to be awesome together. And they were not awesome together.
I don't understand that.
And it was a long, slow, boring movie that you think that the camaraderie is going to be really chuckle-worthy. Like that scene where they put their glasses on at the table because they're old. Okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, if it's going to be lots of stuff like that, great. No, it was like lots of running.
You gave me a lot of grief on this movie when I hated it so much. Oh, it's just because you're tired, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
no.
no,
Now
but-
it's his number 1 worst movie of the year.
It was, but you slept through 3/4 of it.
There's a reason. The movie was terrible.
So, disappointed. Like, it was not a bad movie. You could watch it and enjoy it if you want to. Maybe it's your thing.
You can't.
But the level of expectation I had for this was much higher than what it delivered. So, disappointing, number 1.
All right. See, I've not seen that. So... And I want to see it, but you guys make me not want to see it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Well, watch it and tell if we're right.
I guarantee you won't make it through it.
No?
I guarantee.
That bad, eh?
I know you. You won't make it through it.
I know you.
I have one I'm surprised neither one of you have mentioned. Especially Mark.
I still have
Oh,
one to go, but...
what's your one? What's your one then? It might be the same one.
A Quiet Place.
There it
Day One.
is. A Quiet Place, day 1.
Mm-hmm.
What were they thinking again? What are they thinking? Hey, we're going to tell you how the aliens came and how the humans were panicked and everything. And then we're just going to tell you about this woman who has a mental disorder with a cat. And that's the entire story.
No.
And the cat is the hero. The cat is the combining storyline for the entire movie.
You're missing something important. They were going to get pizza.
They were so
Right,
like pizza.
Like, wanted that pizza bad.
It was a special pizza.
Yeah. You know what? The pizza store's closed today.
Yeah.
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
They closed during an apocalypse.
It's like when I'm watching Independence Day and they're taking time to get married or redo their vows. I'm going, aliens. Like, don't you have more important things to do right now?
So,
Like,
yeah.
that movie was terrible.
But that can't be on your list because you expected to hate it going in. So it wasn't disappointing to you. It was as expected.
I was hoping they were going to change my mind on the whole franchise. I had high hopes, Paul.
Okay.
High hopes.
And they failed.
They failed.
Like, I don't like the main character alone. Why? Like, oh, I have terminal cancer and I'm gonna die, and I have my emotional support cat. Oh boy, can't wait to get into this story.
Alien.
You know?
So, yeah. I don't
Okay.
know.
In everything you saw this year, what was your most disappointing movie?
Yeah.
Not the worst movie. Maybe it was an okay movie, but what was your biggest fail, disappointment wise?
Worse is probably on one of these lists.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Like,
yeah,
you were excited going into it, and they dropped the ball. What was it?
which is a lot of movies because they gotta subvert your expectations on enjoying the movie.